This is Rob Arnold, reading my poem, 4th of July. 4th of July. You held the fire in your hands. You watched the embers burn, held the memories in your hands, held the silences, their emptiness. You were braiding the sky with flame. You were listening for the cry. Time was a hunger, swallowing despair, desperation, and always the strange colonies of cloud overhead, time speaking in tongues. You were driving right into the storm. You were asleep at the wheel or aiming your father's gun, halting thought with your own blood. You were childless. You were yourself a child, waiting for the muzzle's flash and still, for the eternity of light, star in the eyes, for the simple, impossible brilliance and after-image billowing out as you were thrust into that secret dark where no one escapes, no one remembers, where you'll remain in the end, frightened and alone, holding the fire in your hands. About this poem. This poem braids together intersecting strands of violence. I wrote the first draft after the Charleston massacre and black church arsons that preceded the 4th of July holiday that year. After images of those tragedies haunt the poem alongside the memory of a friend who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound on July 4th, 1999. My childhood was also marked by my father's guns that my brother would chase me with playing at murder. The pantomimed warfare of Independence Day. Also, my first aesthetic experience, as beautiful as it was dreadful, felt like an appropriate backdrop to bring these terrors into conversation.
This month, being November, we want to give thanks all month for the things we're grateful for, and this includes, favorite artists and songs, and especially the fans who follow the show. So this whole month is for you.
Fascists out, gotta clean the White House out. No soldiers on our streets. Big crime in D.C. at the White House. There's big crime in D.C. at the White House. No more great again. No more great again. Big crime in D.C. at the White House.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Brown Box. This is a Zoom edition. As you can see, we're not in the same room, but we're pretty close to each other. Chris has his box there. I'm Ryan. Chris.
And this, yeah, especially the kind of the blues concept within this one sets this frame that I'm gonna move into some longer pieces.
Hmm.
Harvest pretty self-contained, just song length wise,
Yeah.
and you get the thing and you get in there and you get the vibe, but there were quicker things, and he could have done a whole career doing that and probably been more successful. I mean, he's never really been a mainstream, hit maker, but Harvest got him in that conversation,
Hmm.
where he was sort of worship, certainly respected, but then to head towards the ditch
Hmm.
and sort of rely on his musicality, because his
Yeah.
guitar playing it's like it's a whole other musical life.
Hmm.
He's a songwriter. He's this incredible lyricist that can capture so many lights of things. He does the
Yeah.
most with the most common chords that any songwriter
Yeah.
does. He can make
Yeah.
the most simple melody work at 1,000%, the most mileage out of
Hmm.
the simplest melodies. But then he's this very unusual guitar player
Yeah.
that, because of these extended blues songs, especially when you get in that second side, that like you say, they're like a mood. It's almost like it's like a move, three movements of one piece.
Hmm.
And it just sort of moves through. And I think maybe he was sort of discovering himself as this guitarist in an extended way, and
Hmm.
that he could carry on a conversation just using his guitar.
Yeah.
And he's really good at kind of flipping tones and stuff. I know Beck tries to do this too. He says, I'll have
Yeah.
an acoustic album. I've got my hip hop gig.
Yep.
I've got, just my quirky stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, and then I'm going to reverse order and I'll go back.
Yeah.
So you can kind of almost guess what he'll do next, but not quite. But Neil
Yeah.
Young sort of set the pace for that. Is I'll do I'll do my Blue Notes album and I'll do
Yeah.
my, and some people think that during that era that he was just doing it just to, get his record company mad at him and get him kicked off. But he
Yeah.
also really likes that music.
Yeah, yeah, and he took it back with like a lot of that stuff, and it's interesting that one, like they called him like the Godfather of grunge, and it was like he really only made a couple records that would even sound like that, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's like even like closer to like when the grunge era started, like it was Ragged Glory, I think would be the closest thing to it. But then like he makes all these different records that are reflective of what he likes in that moment. In the '80s, is especially like that. Like he makes a record called Trans, which is like very heavily influenced by Kraftwerk,
Yeah.
and which he was listening to a lot of that too. And then he made something called Everybody's Rockin',
Yeah.
which is like old
Rockabilly.
rockabilly
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But but the whole time he's surrounding himself with these like this high caliber of musicians.
Yeah.
So like a Miles Davis or a Zappa, like he has people like that have been playing with him for a long time, like Ben Keith, who on this record particularly plays like pedal steel, and then he plays some other things. But that's one example. But then he has Crazy Horse, and then he has like horn players. But then he also does this thing where he makes musicians play other things.
Oh yeah.
So one story I like from the going back to the book is like
Yeah.
Nils Lofgren shows up to Hollywood or to California looking for Neil because Neil saw him at a backstage show, right? On the East Coast and promised him a record deal. So Nils Lofgren shows up. He's a
Yeah.
guitar player. Neil asks him to play on his record. Neil says, "Okay, great. I'd love to play guitar." And Neil says, "No, you're going to play piano." And Neil's like, "I don't really play piano." And Neil's like, "Okay, great, great. That sounds
You're
good to me."
hired.
Like, yeah. And so he does, like, but then he like does Southern Man, and that's like the one of the most memorable things in that song. Um, he does the same thing with James Taylor and Old Man with the banjo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, plays the band, doesn't even really know how to play the banjo.
yeah,
So it's like he puts people in these situations, but it's like it's all about what he's doing in that moment. Some
right.
could think it's selfish in the way he does his thing, but he very much serves the music. So I think it's all about the music. He hurts a lot of people's feelings, I'm sure, when he like cuts them. He just cuts and runs to the next thing.
Yeah.
But it's the whole time. It's like he's very consistent in that way.
With this album, it's just sort of typical how enters a zone,
Hmm.
bringing this cast of characters with him, and then proceeds to get this kind of blanket of sound
Right.
and works the songs within that sphere. So
Yeah.
and then very willing to move on and past that because there's just something else to do, and that kind of wanderlust we talked about before, that little part about him that makes him want to move on and play with different people and do other kinds of music and whatnot.
Hmm.
These are good examples of how he sort of did it over time, and then in on the beach, just a good example of how he does it. What
Yep.
happens when he does this? Yeah,
But the coastal tour, like all the venues, was all vegetarian food. It was all organic, and then all the beer was like local beer. And
yeah.
so if you wanted a regular run of the mill beer, you weren't getting it. Yeah, if you wanted a beef burger, you weren't getting that. So it's like, and you knew he had a hand in that. It's
Yeah,
like
no, it's just
he just does. That's just what he does. I
yeah,
think it's great. I think it's great.
I do too. I just think that there's a handful of people who have earned that trust, earned an audience who will follow them to wherever that artist leads. There's a
Yeah.
different kind of relationship I think about
Yeah.
Neil Young, where they feel he is speaking to them
Uh huh.
or speaking for them,
Right.
and that we sort of earned that respect, earned that participation.
So I'm Ryan.
And I'm Chris.
And thank you so much for coming to Brown Box. See y'all next time.
On December 13th, Saturday night, is the return of our annual Lo-Fi Charity Christmas show. It's going to be The Dangers, Bob and Lisa, Dust on the Radio, Hooch Hounds, and our good friends Dan and Cindy. It's all free. You bring a can of food, and you get a ticket. And the ticket gets you in the raffle. And the bear does the raffle. So everything about it is great. Bring lots of cans of food from 6 o'clock till about 10:30 at night. Have a blast. See you there.
I'm very thankful for my friend David Mirabella, dearly departed friend, great songwriter for the Rationales. So I took a bunch of his photos that he'd taken and put them in a song he dug of ours called Remain.
Should I look into blue skies? I don't know, I don't know. Turn away from the bright lights. I don't know, I don't know why. A soul can be denied. Would the world go quiet? Wait, just a little bit. Must stay telephone